Well, let's finish this off. A final episode for lore, and then continuation into battle stuff. Fight, fight, fight. Alright, well, let's start reading from The Diaries of King Tarknor the Brave. Lore found, The Diaries of King Tarknor the Brave. 68th of the Dusk, Year of Pyre, 710. The Orcish tribe have routed us. We have retreated to some Mardrop ruins and secured ourselves amongst the fortifications. I have just shy of 2,000 men under my banner, some of the best warriors I have ever served, but we are simply no match for the numbers we face. Counting them is difficult, but I would put a minimum estimate of 10,000. The tribe has camped a long league away. They seem to be waiting for reinforcements. This does not bode well. I have sent messenger crows to all the kingdoms. I can but hope they send aid in time. The Diaries of King Tarknor the Brave. Number 2. 25th of Haze, Year of Pirate 710. 5 men tried to deserting last night. Today I had them flogged in front of all the others. I have given warning that any future deserters shall be hanged. These are measures I do not like to take, but harsh times call for harsher discipline. Our supplies are holding steady for now, but I fear they may not last. I have received word that it will take at least 50 days to muster a force that can save us. Alas, food may well be the least of our worries, for the Orcs have begun to attack our strongholds. Thankfully, we have had time to reinforce the existing structures. Indeed, little work was needed, for the foundations of this place are strong. My lore master tells me it was abandoned following the Crimson Pox, but was once the capital of Mardrop. The men have taken a fondness to the place, and named it Last Hope. Though I normally discourage such romantic notions, I cannot help but feel the same. These stone walls give strength to my heart. I feel we can fight through this. Their attacks have begun again. They seem to have mages now. It will be a long night. And number 3. The Diaries of King Tarknor the Brave. 47th of Haze, Year of Pyre 710. Rations low, men demoralized. Winter haze wind is making conditions unbearable. The fortress is holding, but each night they pick off some of our troops. It is but a matter of time before we no longer have the strength to resist. I can hear them blasted trumpets again, accursed swine. We have no rest or sleep, not the slightest sojourn without them braying, howling, jeering, taunting, insufferable cantations. It is driving me from my wits, but I must remain strong. I must put on a brave face for the men. They are relying on me, and though the burden feels close to crushing me, I must bear it with the dignity of a king. It is getting dark again. Who will die this night? I am so very afraid, but I cannot show it. So, sound. That's actually something that, soldiers do in, combat. If you, make it, unbearable for, the enemies to, be able to sleep or, rest, then they, suffer from sleep deprivation, so that's just, a very, it's a tactic you can use. The Diaries of King Tarknor the Brave. 51st of Haze, Year of Pyre 710. Oh, happy days, joyous retribution. From the jaws of defeat we have been saved, and never before have I felt such elation. Last night, as dusk approached, the Orcish armies began to prepare a major attack. My men were ready, for I was determined that if they were to have our lives, they would pay for them thrice over. But as the sun waned in the western sky, I saw what looked like a rain of gold falling amongst the Orcish troops, and suddenly they were in disarray. Another flurry came, and I saw that it were not gold, but bolts of steel reflected in the setting sun. The halflings, my scouts shouted. And lo, I saw then it was indeed a large army of halflings come upon the Orcish flank. The Orcish army suddenly forgot about us, turning upon their new enemy. But foolish is any who ignores the wrath of a caged lion which sees its chance for vengeance. I led my men immediately in battle, taking the enemy swiftly from the rear, and throwing their organization into madness. When the halfling army came upon their flank, it was a massacre, and we drove them mercilessly toward the Sovereign Lake. There, upon its shores, we beat them to the last number, and their blood stained the water a horrific black. Our victory sealed, I immediately met with the halfling's leader, and found it to be no less than Princess Mervenia. Truly words cannot express my joy when I saw her face flushed red in the last embers of the setting sun. I almost felt, no, I should not think such things. The Diaries of King Tucton the Brave, number 5. Second Allure, Year of Pyre 711. We have solidified the defenses of Last Hope, and received more troops from all the kingdoms. Our tactical position near the sea is proving an excellent base for further attacks on the Orcs. I hope to expand our facilities here much further. I am drawing up an alliance now with the other leaders, for only together can we hope to beat the terrible threat to all our kingdoms. Mervenia has been key to the discussions and the plans. She is a tactical genius, and I am constantly amazed by her wealth of knowledge and skills. There is an odd woman that accompanies her, though, with long fiery hair and a silken robe. Lenali is her name. One of my men swears he saw her riding a battle in a blaze of flames, burning all the Orcs before her. The idea of a spellweaver in our midst is unsettling, but Mervenia says I can trust her. And if Mervenia says so, then I must believe her. She is a remarkable force for good, Mervenia, popular with the troops. I feel my normal iron rule smoothed by her presence. Too long have I led the cold life of a soldier alone. Ah, the beating of my heart cannot be silenced. I must speak to Mervenia and tell her how I feel. I only hope that she shares some inkling of my emotion. The Diaries of King Tucton the Brave. 6th of Flare, Year of Pyre 713. Why is it only in darkened times I turn to my journal? Today has been the darkest day in over 2 years, but it could have been darker still. Mervenia's convoy was attacked by a rogue band of Orcs. Though the brutes were repelled, she was hurt in the conflict, and her labor brought on early. She lay before the halls of death for many hours. If only thanks to her skill of her people's healers that she and the baby survived. The baby, our baby, my son. Mervenia is still recovering, but the boy seems hale as any freshly born child. But still I worry. How I wish that he were born in a more perfect world. How I worry for my wife and child in the age of suffering. I want to make a new age for them, free from such threats as almost took away the woman I love. I want to give my son the chance to reign in an era of peace. Too long have we been content with repelling the Orcish raids and pushing back smaller tribes. Last Hope is now a gleaming city, and a focal point for all the armies of the West. Now is the time for us to drive forward and root out every Orcish colony in the continent. I will not rest until Maj'Eyal is free from their vile influence, till every accursed brood is burned to ash and every pig-spawned Orc is cast from existence. I shall end this terrible age of pyre and usher in a new age of ascendancy. This I do solemnly swear. So yeah, basically there's like, a bit about the end of the age of pyre. Alright, so here's the Oceans of Maj'Eyal. This is probably going to be a little bit longer. Or not really that much longer, but oh well. The Oceans of Maj'Eyal represent a frontier which we have been powerless to break. In spite of immense craft and skill, and even more forbidden areas of magic, there are natural barriers that we simply cannot overcome. Long-range seafaring has become seen as unprofitable and a fruitless endeavor. The last great ship to be built was the Vanguard, over 1,000 years ago, which disappeared over the eastern horizon and was never seen again. Yet, we know that the Sharatul once traveled the whole globe, that records exist from the younger days of our continents, of sailing routes that go right round the whole of Yal. How it stirs my heart to think of an unexplored land that lies beyond our stormy coasts. Alas, records from the time of Spellblaze and the Cataclysm show that old routes can no longer be traversed. A reshaping of currents, an increase in storms, and a great abundance of dangerous sea creatures have all locked us onto the continent of Maj'Eyal. Yet, my desire for knowledge is not sated. I spoke some time ago of an old fisherman, a halfling sea dog with a crusty beard, hideous scars and a foul stench of stale ale all about him. In between directing smelling breaths with his toothless mouth, he told me some valuable information. I transcribed it as best as I can here. Nay, y'all not get long on bound coast there, and forth y'all run into ice floes, miles wide structures act close in on ya, and crush your hull for neath. Out west be a field of storms, cyclones, and hurricanes that'll swallow up any that go near. And out east be the worst. Nagas and sea dragons, switching currents and ocean rifts, storms of hate like you never seen in your worst nightmares. As for south, well, that best spot for fishing. And the like, we got some good patches there. But venture too far and you meet, I don't know, some magic barrier or whatnot. Ships hit against it like a wall of air. Go too fast and you smash your prow apart. And outbound it, some cloud darkness lies on the horizon. We stay clear of that, I tell ya. It's a remarkable report, and one I'm minded to believe, in spite of the notorious unreliability of seafarer tales. South was once the continent of Tariel, said to be a desert smothered land full of wild energies. What fate has swallowed it from an axis now is hard to say, but my curiosity is sorely piqued, and I shall endeavour to charter a ship to investigate the strange barrier in the south. Likely the lesser races that crew these vessels would balk at such an enterprise, but I'm sure with the leadership and influence of a hire like myself, I can persuade them to have a little more backbone. Lord Esmond Esmer. Footnote. After this paper was published, Lord Esmer was found dead and stripped of all valuables in one of the ports of Last Hope. Ah, well, that's poor guy, got killed. Alright, well, here's the story of the Pale King, Part 1. A study in the South Par's most unusual ruler. Chances are you haven't heard of Southspar. And why would you have? It was not but a teeny provincial island kingdom off the coast of Tariel that existed within the age of Allures and Dusk. By all accounts, Southspar was a pleasant place to live. Temperate climate, healthy trade relations with mainland human kingdoms, and by great luck, the island upon which the kingdom sat held great deposits of much valued metal strelite. Despite this good fortune though, Southspar was doomed to mediocrity. Why? The actions of its ruler. By all accounts, a bumbling octogenarian doctored, his name lost to the mist of time. This moldy monarch mismanaged Southspar almost to its demise. The dwarves of Iron Throne, having heard of the strelite beneath the island, manipulated the king into mining it and selling it to them for a fraction of its true worth. Also, despite Southspar's decidedly puny military power, the king saw fit to send whatever troops he could muster to aid mainland human kingdoms in their great and many wars against the halflings, who up to this point had barely registered Southpar's existence. Not only were the undertrained, ill-equipped troops crushed like vermin before the superior halfling forces, but also these foolhardy attacks succeeded in attracting the halfling's attention to their secluded island. Almost immediately, the raids began. From what records remain, the king was mystified by the decline of his nation, believing to the end that every action he took had been the right one. He passed away soon after the halfling raids began. Whether it was suicide, assassination, or simply old age, unknown. The king never married and had no children, and the only remaining member of his family being a distant cousin, a young man named Drake. And so it was that Drake ascended the throne, and Southspar entered a golden age. Drake and the halfling horde. To the newly crowned Drake, the most obvious and immediate threat to Southspar was the growing raids and authorities being held by the halflings. To this end, he ordered a complete and controlled reconstruction of Southpar's military, turning them from a ragtag bunch of militia into a small, yet devastatingly efficient engine of war. Drake knew that the only advantage his forces held over halflings was their knowledge of the island, and so bade him to travel stealthily, carrying small armor-defeating strategic knives rather than spears and swords, and only engaged with the halflings strictly on their own terms. Southpar's newly assembled army of rogues was a success. Although the halflings were great in number, strike after surgical strike from Drake's army weighed heavily on their morale, and finally, grumpily declaring Southspar not worth the bother, the halfling forces withdrew. Southspar celebrated its peace and its newly found military might, but for Drake, the celebration was short-lived. The strelite he had used to craft his armies of rogues' knives and armor was strelite that wasn't going to the dwarves' pockets, and they were far from happy. Drake formulated a plan. By the time he was through, the dwarves would be even further from happy. Drake and the strelite stratagem. The dwarves have always been a secret race. Even now, only a select few know the location of the Iron Council. And in the days of Southspar, there were still those who considered dwarves nothing but myth. Being a monarch in possession of large amounts of strelite can open even the most concealed of dwarves, however. Drake had requested an audience of the Iron Throne, and the dwarves expecting said audience to be a humble apology and promise a fair strelite for the gold they were paying rarely accepted. What they got in reality was quite different. Gone was the ineffectual king of Southpar's past, and now the dwarves found themselves facing a young, hard-eyed human who was demanding that the amount of gold that the dwarves were paying for Southpar's strelite be increased 20-fold. To say the dwarves scoffed at this would be an understatement. Open, derisive laughter hits nearest the mark. Despite Southpar's recent repulsion to the halflings, the dwarves of the Iron Throne saw no problem in taking Southpar's strelite by force. In his heart, Drake knew they could accomplish this, and it was to this end that he had brought the small pouch around his neck to the council. Drake held the small drakeskin pouch high, opened it, and emptied its contents into the floor. Strelite ground to dust, muddied from the dirt and base metals made it usable and worthless. The dwarves of the council gasped in horror at this waste, one, if rumors are to be believed, even fainting on the spot. Drake went on to say that if his demands were not met, the entirety of the strata beneath the island would meet the same fate as the strata cast upon the chamber's floor. By the time Drake left the Iron Throne, the dwarves had agreed to pay 3 times the previous amount. So apparently he went from 20 to 30. That's pretty good. Drake and the Conclave Mages. With its borders unassailed and its coffers rapidly filled with dwarven gold, many believe that the fortune of South Spire could not increase any further. Drake, however, had one last task to accomplish in regard to Conclave. For a long time, a small number of Conclave mages had made their home in South Spire. The remote location and the doddering nature of its old king meant that they could perform experiments and practice magic that would have been disallowed on the mainland. Being reclusive by nature, only a few of their group had heard of the rise of a new king, and none of them had cared much. Drake's royal guards breaking down the door of their study, followed by the king himself, gave them cause to care. Drake had for them an ultimatum. This is the kingdom of South Spire, my kingdom, and so everything within my border must be within my control. This applies to her people, her land, her resources, and now her magic. I shall allow you to remain here in South Spire on one condition. You become members of my royal court. Obey my commands, and use your magic for the betterment of the kingdom. When unneeded, you may tend to your conclave matters as you will, but your greatest loyalty will be to me. Do you accept? The Conclave Mage's response, laughter. But this laughter was not the mocking laughter of the dwarves, but laughter of disbelief. As recorded, the Mage's response went as, King Drake, you needn't have bothered us with such a stern ultimatum. A simple request would have sufficed. True, in the past we have chosen to reside here for simple seclusion, but it's hard to ignore South Spire's rising star. This kingdom's glory shall continue to grow, and we want to be a part of it. We accept. Freedom from halfling attacks, dwarven fortunes, and now the magic of the Conclave bless South Spire. What the common people thought could possibly happen next? Mere weeks after, the Conclave joined the royal court, Drake fell ill and died. Drake and the Empty Throne. Drake was dead, and South Spire's people were struck with depression and outright horror. Their king, who was fast on his way to making their kingdom one of the greatest in Maj'Eyal, was no more. The throne lay empty, not a single soul vied for the new vacant position of king. As far as South Spire's citizens were concerned, it was not Drake's throne. It was Drake's throne, no one else's. The norm in tales like this would be that the kingdom slowly managed to get back on its feet, recover from the loss of their king, and finally return to a state resembling normalcy. Not so for South Spire. Drake's demise had left a wound that was not healing, and it was clear that something had to be done. One of the men closest to Drake in his life, his chancellor, left abruptly on a mysterious errand, hoping that the kingdom would not crumble before his return. After a period of some months, he did return, and his first port of call, the study of Conclave Mages. He held in his hand a tome, bound in skin, and marked with blood-red runes. Its subject matter was obvious, necromancy. The Chancellor had but one command for a mage. Bring him back. Drake and the Pale Kingdom. Here, sadly, definitive facts on South Spire and Drake's fate vanished. Some say Drake's rebirth was a resounding success, and South Spire's star command continued to rise as the now skeletal Drake retook the throne. The gaze from his exposed skull unchanged from his mortal visage. Others believe that the madness that grasped those returned from the grave took him, and with the new powers that the Conclave had blessed him with began a reign of terror that drowned the South Spire in blood. The only fact that can be known for certain was the new name his subjects gave to him on death, Pale King Drake. The Pale King, or simply Pale Drake. I leave you with a copy of one of the last pieces of South Spire's history, a partially destroyed scrap of parchment, supposedly written moments before the Chasm and South Spire's destruction, falling beneath the waves along with the rest of Tariel. Time grows oppressive in on boat. Found the binding was a success. Now to sea, I and Dreadfell, noble king, rot in my new dush as you will. Well, obviously, you know, Pale Drake and Dreadfell have a connection. And it's a dungeon, I guess. Alright, well that's all the lore. How about I get back to doing some adventuring? How about I get back to Dreadfell? Alright, and here we go. Oh, look at this. We're going to find more escorts, because, you know, that happens. Escort, Lone Alchemist. Level 3 of Dreadfell. Please help me. I'm afraid I lost myself in this place. I know there's a recall portal left around here by a friend, but I have fought too many battles. I fear I will not make it. Would you help me? Lead on, I'll protect you. There's the recall portal. Alright, you made it. Let's see here, what am I going to learn? I could learn some staff mastery or stuff like that, but none of this stuff really interests me all that much. So let's just improve our magic, I guess. And now I've got more magic. Alright, now we're going to make our way down to the Master. And Repentant Thief, level 8 of Dreadfell. Please help me, I'm afraid I've lost myself in this place. I know there's a recall portal left around here by a friend, but I've fought too many battles, and I fear I will not make it. Will you help me? You know, I will protect you. Well, that's bad, there's guys all around him. Alright, let's do this. Let's go... Oh, right, I'm actually not equipping this anymore. Well, that's annoying. Let's see here, I need to... stand here. You're going after Thief, which is bad. He's going after me, which is good. Let's try to... stun this. Then we'll go... do that. We'll do that. We'll go here. I feel like I missed that shot. Oh well. I'll do a block. Alright, I need to... rush here. Rush there. That's annoying. The good news here is that this guy's still sort of alive, but for how long I don't know. I fight this to help him out a little bit. Heal up. Let's drag this up here. We'll hit him once with that. This guy's got his damn damage shield on, which is going to be annoying. Hit him with that. There we go, we got rid of him. Let's hit him. Good, we got that done. Where's your portal? Way to the south. I need you to stay where you are right now. Go up here. Breathe right there. Hit that guy. We're gonna fear escape him so I can like drag him in here. And there we go. Alright, he says we must go. Can you please wait? You might get killed, which is annoying. There's a wolf right there, that suck. Oh well. There's this guy over here, apparently. Burn that. Drop that there. Kill it. Oh, there's a Dreadmaster too. Because why not? Let's rush it. And do a block for a counter strike. Maybe assault will get through. Excellent, we got him. Get rid of that. Where's your portal? Wow, this is close. We got him there. Alright, this is excellent because now I can learn... Wow, they changed up the thief stuff. You can learn track, heightened senses, and device mastery. Your cunning manipulation allows you to use charms and stuff better. Heightened senses is, of course, heightened senses, and track is track. So, that's new. You used to be able to get piercing sight from them, but you're getting track now, which is honestly better. I wouldn't mind having device mastery, perhaps, because I am using their stuff a little bit. We'll get that. I get disarm traps. So you search a nearby grid for a hidden trap. 0 detection power and disarm it if possible. 13 disarm power. Based on your skill with device mastery, disarming a trap requires at least a minimum skill level, and you must be able to enter a trap's grid to manipulate it, though you stay in your current location. A failed attempt to disarm a trap may trigger it. Okay, this might be something worth using a little bit later, so we'll put that right there. I like that changed, but it also means that now I've got to start thinking about, you know, investing perhaps in this stuff. Maybe. Possibly. Probably. Most likely. There we go. My stamina's back and everything else. That's well, right? Let's take this off. Re-equip that. Ooh! An Urvelis is over here. Let's go zap that. A Weaver Matriarch. That'll be dangerous. Apparently I hit it already because, you know, lightning does that. It jumps from things. And everything else sees me, apparently. That'll be fun. Hit you with this. Kill you. I'm going to pull you right over there, apparently, but you're going to, you know, just be stupid like that. Okay. Let's confuse these guys a little bit. I only got a counter-strike on both of them. That's cool. I got disarm, too. We'll get rid of those. Let's assault you. Kill them off. Get rid of that crap. Size matters. Nightmare Adventure difficulty. Did over 600 damage in one attack. I've already got that achievement, but cool. I got it again. I'll rush you. I'll shield slam him. We'll get the counter strike, but can't really do anything with it for a moment. Let's step closer. Because I feel like it. We'll fear escape you. And let's just step closer. Go boink. Nice. That's something I know about, like, Pitiless. You basically take off debuffs too. Or you take off buffs from the enemy too. So, you reduce their, like, ability to, like, you know, have, like, stuff on them. I should try that with, like, skeletons. See what happens with, like, their bone shield and stuff. Get rid of that. Now, my Vim's going away, which is kind of stupid, but oh well. Hit him with this. Hit him with that, and there we go. Got him. Now, here's something I know. Because I basically got the Force Giant, thing for Vim. Or was it Force Giant? What have I got for, was it you? No. This guy right here. So Champion of Urk, basically these guys will let me, if I attach these to the blood color, I can like get my Vim back and like detach them right after, basically to like, have something else. It's one of the nice things I can basically do. I got all the nice stuff. Oh great, we got that type of guy. Whoop. That was fun to do. Oh, we got switch there. Let's just go right here. And we'll go yoink! Kill him. We're gonna rush you. We'll confuse you. We'll do all that. Alright, right. So this guy, he's only got damage shield 1. Hey, water solve. Cool. Alright, so this guy's put up a damage shield. If I use Pitiless on him, notice how I reduced the damage shield to 5 of 444. So I can actually reduce the duration of stuff by like 5, including like the undead's damage shield if I want, which is nice. Pitiless is really like remarkable in that it's actually really interesting if you know how to use it right offensively. Got the steam gun. I guess get rid of that. Let's do this, and we'll go boink. Now that's one bad thing about like the Stormbringer's gauntlets. They only hit so many enemies, so I can't hit them all if they're bunched up like this. One of the bad things about it. Oh, got stunned. We'll get rid of that. Oh, we got a bunch of guys in here. And let's go. Doink! We'll drop that right there. Kill you. Kill him. Counter-Strike, cool. Do that. And we got this guy to kill. It's annoying when I miss stuff like that, but whatever. Let's do Pitiless in this guy so that his, stuff is worse. Activate this. Let's go like that. Got him. Alright, so. Before I go to next level. Cool, I can upgrade my Rod of Recall now. But more importantly, I can craft water styles, so let's craft one of those. This will let me get rid of like mental stuff. Yeah, mental effects. I still have to get some rich stuff for the fire styles, but eventually I'll be able to get those too, which will be nice. Alright, level 9. Where are you, Master? I come to kill you, Master. Disarm me, apparently. You know, this is actually a good time to put on track so I can see where the Master is. And, you know, I'm wondering if I should actually, you know, sell this so I don't, like, you know, make mistakes with it again. I think I will. And this I wonder if I should just put on. The Steel Helm of Gar, cool. It's got some interesting effects on it, like good saves, and it gets you some strength and will and con. Even better if you could get the other part that goes with it, but whatever. We don't have that yet. Alright, let's see what I can see. So, enemies are pretty spread out in this level. There is Vampire Lore up there. We'll activate that for now. With the Iron Grip. Alright, let's put this back on. Okay, we got a Ghoul, a Snake. Got ourselves a Rare up there. Oh, a Naga. Popped out of nowhere. Let's put you over here, actually. Rid of that stuff. You get over here. I said, you get over here. Fine, I'll rush you. There we go, finally got her. Vampire over here. There's these guys over here, apparently. Doink. Wow, that's painful. Got Dread here, apparently. Heal up a little bit. Let's go with, kill that Vaster Vampire right there. Kill the Dread right there. Hit you. Get the sound, apparently. Let's make him pitiless. Drop that right there. Do that, and do that. Oh, there he is. Look at that. There's the Master. So the Master's up there in the corner. Which means I can go elsewhere and be more or less fine and not run into him. So my general plan here is going to be I'm going to try and wipe out all this, like, you know, minions so I have, like, everywhere to run around to if I need to. Well, that was fun to watch. Boink, hit his friend. Hit him like that. Pull you in like this. Let's rush you. Do that to him. That's a steady shot. I don't want to get hit by that. Let's go here. Assault him in the back. Shield slam him. Kill him. There we go. Your master's right there. So this like corridor, I'm gonna like sort of stay away from for a moment. That's a vault. We're gonna leave that for a moment. Ah, here's this guy. Hello. Let's do this. I'll rush him. Shield slam. Done. Assault. Or this guy will self-destruct. Fused. Let's do that to him. There's a chest down here. Just a simple rune in it, apparently. And that's another vault, isn't it? Yep, another vault. We'll leave that alone. Alright, well, it's time to kill the master. Ouch, I went the wrong way. Or the right way, depending on how you look at it. There's the master. Let's, zap him with lightning to start off the fight. There's something else apparently up here to fight. I gotta keep that in mind. Let's, Darkfire him. We're going to rush him. Let's stun him. Failed to stun him, but well. Or that's a shield slam. I didn't mean to do that. I'll do a massive assault then. Then I'll stun him. Alright, he can't be stunned. He's not the stunnable type. And with this, I don't want to be hit by that, so this might be really early doing this, but we're going to Fear Escape him. It fizzled. I guess I can't Fear Escape him. That sucks. Let's go here then. And here. Get rid of this crap on me. I'm just gonna regenerate up a little bit, you know, my stuff. It doesn't hurt me to get like the full health again because he doesn't really, you know, get back in, you know, he doesn't get stronger, this guy, as you like fight him. And with that, oh, he froze me. Do this. We'll rush him. Okay, let's try finishing him off. So we'll do the shield slam, and then we'll assault him. The master crumbles before you, vanquished. Yet, in a blink of an eye, you see his form recreating from the dust, unharmed and ready to fight again. Aha, you fool! See how even death has no meaning for me. For I am a master, and you my toy, down forever. Never die. Alright, well, I hit him, And he's reconstructed, because, you know, he does that. Let's put Demon Seed on him. I'm not sure if I put Demon Seed on him. We'll do that. We'll do that. Let's make him bleed. Apparently he's got hidden resources going. That'll be annoying. And with this... Now I'm going to Fear Escape this skeleton here. Basically, something you can do with Fear Escape is that you can actually like buy time. So this guy's going to slowly die. And I'm just going to let my stuff, you know, come off cooldowns for the most part is what I'm going to do. So, you know, this came off a cooldown, the other stuff comes off cooldown. That's what it's all for. Oh, babe. I hit. Get rid of that. Let's hit him again. Kill him. Alright, well, back in action. Let's do this. Oh, cool, I got him stunned. Pitiless him. Now he's got even more stun on him. I guess, hopefully, maybe. Demon Seed on him. And with that, he's got Counter Strike, that's cool. We'll do a big assault. The Island of Dread. Vampire Crusher, Nightmare Adventure, difficulty destroyed a master in his lair of Dreadfell. So yes, the Isle of Dread. You have heard that near the Charred Scar to the south lies a ruined tower known as Dreadfell. There are discerning rumors of great undead, and nobody who reached it have ever returned. Perhaps you could explore it and find the truth and treasure for yourself. I still need to find that Grimly's multi-cube warm scale for him, but whatever. I'm glad that's done. Alright, the Choker of Dread, the Staff of Absorption, the Mysterious Staff. The Choker of Dread, that lets me summon an Elder Vampire. You know, I never really found this to be all that useful, gaining Elder Vampire, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. The other stuff is like, you know, whatever. I guess it's good. Well, at some point I'll probably come through here again to get all the vaults, but I'm actually not going to do that just yet. We are going to... I think just invest a point here. So whatever happened to Piercing Sight? Did they get rid of it? Oh, okay, so heightened senses is what you get now to basically get your self-detection and invisibility detection. That makes sense. So they basically merged track into the survival, so it's no longer within like the category for like archers. Danger sense. You have an enhanced sense of self-preservation, and your keen intuition allows you to sense dangerous areas miss. Your ability to detect traps is enhanced by that. Attacks against you have a reduced chance to be critical hits, and damage bonus attackers gain against you for being unseen are reduced by 10%. You also gain an additional chance at normal save 19 effectiveness to resist detrimental stats effects that can be resisted. Wow, that's nice. So basically Danger Sense is like, you know, improved talent that they now have in survival. That's interesting. This actually might make survival a little bit more useful, this changes to it. Maybe. Alright, let's get this up to 4 or 5. Now, basically this Suffuse Life. Initially, it's only useful for healing up your demons, but once you get up to like 4 or 5, that's basically enough to get the level 5 thing, and that lets you basically heal yourself. So, this is basically done just like, you know, this like line. I'm probably not going to get anything else in that one. For the most part, I'm doing pretty well getting everything I basically want. Let's see here. Let's start boosting up my cunning. Alright, well. Let's go try and survive some orcs. And I mean that quite literally. Survive some orcs. Blah blah. Attack! Now, can I fear escape this guy? Or do I want to fear escape this guy? I might want to fear escape one of the orcs instead. Let's do that. Get a lot of lightning damage all at once. I'll bring these guys up here a little bit. Let's get a shield slam on this guy. And of course they do that. The good news is that when they blind, me, they blind themselves with that, so that's good. Hooray for, stupidity. I'm going to drop that there because it's going to hit everyone, which is good. Let's hit you to kill you. And of course they blind me again. Do that. Let's go after you. I'm going to do that to him. I'm not sure what happened to the boss orc. He's sort of gone. Oh, he's right there. He's invisible. Hey, I'm, turned into this guy again. Let's do that. Oh, I'm taking some massive damage there. Let's do this. Let's see here. Drop that there. Now, the thing is, I've gotten surrounded, which is, like, bad. So, I'm gonna go... here. And here. For a moment. I'll go here. Go here. Do a little bit of lightning damage to these guys. Get my health back. Let's demon seed this guy. There we go, we killed that orc. Shield slam that guy. I counter strike on one of these guys, that's cool. Kill him. Get my shield slam back up. Kill him. We'll do that. Drop in our firebomb. Kill a bunch more of them. I'm good with that. Activate this. Let's get rid of that disarm so I can do my stuff. Kill him. Kill him. You escape him. That won't last forever, so we'll just sit here. KP died in a fear escape, that's cool. Get myself a bit of reprieve there. Your orcs are dying, left and right, blah ha ha! We'll do that. We'll do this, get a demon seed on him. I'm running out of stamina now, which is bad. We'll do this. We'll do that. Go here. I'll heal up. Kill his friend. We'll put Payless on him. He rushed me there, that's fine. Activate this. There we go, we won. So, Urquik's log. Shelter Ruins matches description from High Command. Investigation begun, but slow. Looks like it crashed into the ground long ago. hard to access many areas. Target item has been described by command as staff. Do not know why a staff is so important. Surely the ultimate weapon should be sword or axe, like that wielded by Great Garcool. I've heard many rumors against High Command lately. Strange rumors indeed. Perhaps by complete suspicion, I should get closer to them, so that I might seek the truth. Curses, banes. Some bastard blaze-born thief have raided the ruins, and a halfling no less. A cur-damn halfling. I am pirate with rage. He got in during dusk somehow, crawling through a tunnel too narrow for my weak workers to reach. He grabbed a staff from the ruins and snuck out past my orcs. The dirty, treacherous snake has run away, and my career with him. I sent scouts to track him, but he has proven elusive. Why I will not let him escape? This is unforgivable. We followed the tracks of the wreck. It seems as if he met up with a dwarf and a human near a town called Durf, and they traveled southeast from there. Following the three of them was much easier than to sneak alone, but we still must take care to remain hidden. Our orders from High Command strictly forbid showing ourselves, and we must avoid battle as much as possible. I have a trained team of archers and fighters with me that know how to stay hidden in the woods. The thief and his cursed allies have entered an old ruined tower called Dreadfell, an ancient place, known to be filled with undead in its dungeons. If we break in, we're bound to cause a stir, and so close to a big human town east of here. I am not sure how to proceed, and I sent a message to command requesting instructions. For now, we wait in the woods, keeping an eye on the entrance for any change. If anyone comes out from the tower with that staff, they will face my wrath. Word is finally back from command. Hold position and wait for the staff to emerge. If it doesn't happen soon, they will send their own agents in time. In time, bah. This will be my ruin if it comes to that. If there is any appearance of a staff, I must snatch it and get back to the east as soon as possible. Alright, well, Orcs is dead. Always nice to kill him. And we can just go to Last Hope here. Talk to the Elder. I found a staff, blah blah. Tell him about the events. And then he sends me off to, you know, eventually deal with the dwarves. Hopefully I'll be able to find myself, a multi-hued dragon there. There we go. Reknor. Iron Throne Edict. An edict to all citizens of Iron Throne. Long may our empire endure. The rumors you have heard are true. It is that with a heavy heart that I confirm one of our minds, Reknor, has been overtaken and inhabited by a large and organized Orcish force. How there could be such a decisive and total failure on our part to stop this spread remains a mystery. The source of the Orcish invasion remains unknown. A battalion of soldiers will form a defensive perimeter around Reknor until forces to retake the mine and exterminate the Orcs can be mustered. All civilians residing within the surrounding halls are to be evacuated. This is a grave and unprecedented issue, so I decree an oath of silence to be laid upon all citizens of the Iron Throne. Regardless of class and stations, no news of the invasion must reach the foreign ears. We must maintain an image of stability and strength for the Allied Kingdom, as any signs of weakness or internal strife would be catastrophic to our alliance and future trade agreements. Any citizen found divulging information to any outside party will be punished with exile. Rest assured, I will personally send messages to those outside the throne who can be trusted with the information, and I trust this Orcish intrusion shall be dealt with decisively. So speak to the ruler of the Iron Throne. Long may our empire will endure. Alright, well, that'll be it for this episode. It's a pretty long one. But we got through the Master, finished off with a lot of lore. I'm quite happy about it. Hope you are too, so take care.